Hello, everybody, and welcome to this presentation of the GG Leagues Overwatch Division B semifinals matchup here. I'm joined by my buddy here, Sam Talks. How you doing today?
I am doing fantastic and I'm ready to watch some Overwatch here. I'm excited, ready to go.
Yeah, I can't wait. We got ourselves a good matchup today. We got the AC Badgers versus the VESPA Hokies. Two great teams. They've made it all the way here to the semifinals, so we should be in for a banger. And I will be having live updates of the other semifinals match going on right now between Plateville and Towson. As it currently sits, Plateville is winning 2-1, so putting on a little shocker over there in the semifinal side.
Nice. This is gonna be a lot of fun, I think, and I'm excited to see how these two teams go against each other here for this particular matchup that we have going on.
Yeah, and with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket and how we got here. Badgers beating Columbia Esports last week, and then Vespa pulling up kind of an upset against Whitewater. Whitewater was a very strong team. The only teams they had lost to were the Badgers and Towson, who are two of the strongest teams in this league. So Vespa's on a tear right now, and they're looking to upset the Badgers here. Um, yeah, again, with that, we should be in for a great matchup today. I can't wait to get into it. I'm not sure if we have first map yet. Uh,
Oh,
Ilios? Looks like it's going to be Ilios. So we haven't seen Ilios on this very often. Mostly we've been getting Li Zhang. So I'm very excited to see some Ilios action.
I'm incredibly excited to see Ilios. A control map, that's always a really great barometer to see how these teams are going to be matching up against each other, especially as we start going later on into these matchups and when player fatigue starts setting in and you start getting a little bit of an idea of how each team works. But I always enjoy Ilios. I think it has some really good play opportunities there. I don't know about you, Try Hard Ray.
Yeah, I think it's pretty crazy because the three maps are just so different from each other. You have Ruins, which, tends to lend itself to brawl compositions. And then you just have Well, which is just like, what are these teams going to run on Well? Like, you can see all sorts of craziness on Well. And then when you get to Lighthouse, you tend to see a lot of Symmetra May composition. So it's just going to be very wide ranging, the compositions we'll see.
Yeah, all I know is that on Well, if I'm seeing a Roadhog and I'm next to that Well or Lucio, I'm gonna go ahead and just stay as far away from it as I possibly can. Everything I'm gonna do is just getting away from that Well, so that way I don't get spooked or hooked into it.
Agreed. And with that, we're going to head into Ilios here, and it looks like our first map is Lighthouse. So again, expect those Symmetra compositions, maybe throw in a May or a Reaper with it, maybe a Cassidy. I think those are kind of the main compositions we'll be looking at here.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And taking a look at it right now, actually, yeah, we see Mandura on the Cassidy, and we are seeing some definitely a little bit of boop compositions here, try to push people off the sides. No May, surprisingly though.
Yeah, very surprising. Yeah, very surprisingly, but be weary of Cartier Sky. We have casted the Badgers a couple times here on the stream, and he has been a tear on the Echo and the Thera and the Doomfist. So definitely a player to watch out for in this series.
Absolutely, and just taking a look at the composition right now for the tanks, I mean, we're seeing a Diva and a Reinhardt on the Badger side, whereas Vespa has the Wrecking Ball and the Sigma composition. I think that's going to be pretty interesting how they're working around that right there.
One thing I'm seeing very interesting right now is normally you think with this Symmetra comp you want to go take point, but they're not even doing that. So I wonder what their thought process is here, is holding this little room here.
Indeed so, as they're holding this room right now. Not too many people. Mandura, I mean, we're looking at it right now. Vespa Hokies already sitting on the point, and they're going to go ahead and capture that, and that is going to go ahead and start earning them some points. Mandura with a beautiful pick over on Vibes, and this Cassidy pick is actually going to be really big for them right here because it is going to be spectacular against this Pharmacy combo, and it's already being proven to great effect right here. I'm sorry, not a Pharmacy combo. That's on their side. I apologize. Ooh, goodbye. All right, and we are back. We see, there's the boop. There's the boops. It's coming out already.
Yeah, I feel like if you're the Badgers, you immediately need to make some kind of composition swaps. I think you're going to need, I don't think Symmetra is going to be that well to play in here. She wants to charge it per beam, but what she's going to charge it up on, all she really has is Sig Shield she can charge it up on. Ball's just going to be ducking and weaving around her, so I think you need to go to probably a Cassidy here and help deal with the Pharah, maybe a Soldier.
I agree with that. I mean, we're looking at it there. Cartier Sky goes down again, this time by the hands of Choco Dog. VESPA is sitting on 3 ultimates that they have right now, and this is going to be really useful for them to hold on to it. Pav taking out vibes there, and we're seeing Magia trying to do something against that pharmacy right there, but it's just not working. And once again, D.Va goes down onto the depths, little bit dead right there, and that pharmacy combo is just tearing up Badgers right now. There's just nothing that they can do to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely on the compositions I thought we might see. Ball Sig didn't really cross my mind. It's a composition you don't see very often, but very effective. It's just allowing things like Pharah to just take space and just rain damage on you. But and they're just having this Cassidy here to counter any kind of flyer they run back at them.
It was beautifully done there. Molly was able to manage to pick off Dallas Stone there and taking out Maji as well. This is going to be really difficult for AZ Badgers now. I mean, we're looking at VESPA. They're sitting at almost 90%, so close to being able to take the point there. Not quite, though. Cartier Sky is going to go down, but not before they take out Chuck. Oh, Dog does not matter, however, as the rest of the team goes down shortly after that. Mandura is going to go ahead, pop off that Deadeye real quick just to zone out and not allow anybody onto the point. And there we have it. First round is going to VESPA Hokies.
Yeah, I mean, incredible job from VESPA. I like the composition that they're running here with the Ball Sig. Very, just very good on them. And I think, we're going to be in for a series. Crazy that they're already putting the pressure on the Badgers.
I know. Listen, we came into this, you were talking about how just dominant the Badgers can be, but I mean, we're seeing this little bit of upset coming out here from VESPA, just coming onto this first round, and it was, I think, just the dogged nature, just not wanting to switch off to deal with the pharmacy combo that I think really hurt them there.
Yeah, keep in mind, for everyone watching, the AC Badgers went undefeated in the regular season and haven't lost yet, so this is kind of a big deal, VESPA putting pressure on them like this. They had a couple of close calls, but I mean, they've always been able to pull it out. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Is they're going to go full rush, but they're going double hit scan to deal with that Pharah.
And good for them this time around. We're already having small brawls break out here, especially on the edge. Dallas Stone taking some big damage there. Magia had to use an immortality field in order to survive, but it seems like this Pharah is just able to do what they need to do. They're starting to put out the damage. Pab taking out Magia with a beautiful slam right down onto the ground. This Wrecking Ball is putting up so much pressure there. Gabe manages to take out Molly, but not before they get revived there, and Molly is just gonna go ahead and continue the spree of terror onto AC Badgers.
Yeah, I do think one mistake they're making is obviously you want the Pharah gone, but you really want to get that Mercy first. Mercy is what is keeping this Pharah doing so much damage, what's keeping her alive with the heals. So your target should really be the Mercy, and then Pharah's free game after that.
I agree. And I think too that VESPA is playing really smart here. They're using Ball to really great utility to be able to distract the people on the ground to not allow anybody to attack the far end. I mean, look at that. Ball has already taken out one person. We're seeing Gabe trying to do something there. Unfortunately, gets booped off to their death, and VESPA is just once again sweeping the floor with AC Badgers right now.
Yeah, incredible. The VESPA is just looking incredible. Pab on the ball has just been fantastic, and Molly on the Pharah just comboing any kind of slams or anything like that. It's just beautiful teamwork here from VESPA.
And I think we're about to see a cheeky little ultimate coming out here. And there it is, Molly Fly taking down 2 people before they get taken out by a self-destruct from Gab. Still, though, it's going to be really hard for AC Badgers to push on to this point. VESPA is currently sitting at over 50% now. And it's just, they keep going down. And there's the revive coming out from Boblin onto Molly and Fly. And that's just going to go ahead and continue their reign of terror there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, and they're utilizing their ultimates so well, just rotating them so well. All they used there was the Valkyrie and the Barrage. They still got a high noon to work with here. They're coming up on mines, and they're gonna flux as it gets engaged right now.
Indeed, so, and look at that, beautiful picks off both of Sigma's and Cassidy's ultimate. Really good picks there onto Vespa from AC Badgers, but there it is, a beautiful pick from Mandura onto Vibes. Guardian Sky switching over to Widowmaker, trying to make something happen to try and stop that. They're gonna have to back away though, literally just 10 HP, and there it is, the pick that they needed. However, once again though, it's like you said, that Mercy just revives the Pharah, and there it is. Boblin's got the revives. Molly continuing their just absolute dominance of the sky, and it is not looking good for AC Badgers right now as we go into overtime.
Yeah, again, Vespa's just looking incredible. Molly on this Pharah has just been insane, and just no one's able to stop them. They've been getting kills, but every time the Mercy's there to res, they're just failing to target the Mercy instead of the Pharah in this pharmacy.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's still, though, we're looking at it, AC Badgers has to do something here. You can see the switch over to Monkey to try to get back on point, but Molly is just putting out so much damage, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Vespa Hokies wins Ilios.
Incredible. I mean, this is insane considering, again, the Badgers were undefeated. They've been dominant this season, and they dropped a map here to Vespa. I mean, obviously you can turn it around, and I believe they get the next map pick. So I would not be shocked if, let's say, Kings Row is on the table. I'm not sure which maps are on the table, but I'd be looking to do a map where you're in a full brawl. I think that's what they want here. You don't want them playing that ball sig.
Absolutely. So, Tryhard Ray, what was going on there, though? What could have been done a little bit better on the side of AC Badgers?
See, I'm not 100% sure, but I felt like they went with the double hit scan to try and deal with the Pharah, right? But I felt like that Cassidy probably should have been doing a better job at holding back and waiting for the ball. You don't want the ball coming in and slamming on you. You need the Cassidy there to throw the flashbang so you're able to focus down the ball. I think they should have done a better job at just having the Cassidy hold back and wait for the ball.
I agree. I think a lot of that situation was like what I said earlier. The ball was the disruptor, which allowed the Pharah to be able to do what they needed to do there and just completely dominate the field. And anytime they did take out the Pharah, I mean, we had 2 DPS hit scan there that was just focusing the Pharahs down, and it just wasn't working because they would take the Pharah out. Mercy would come in and revive instantly.
Yeah, you have to keep in mind too, it's not like you're running ball diva where you have a diva in the face of the ball eating any kind of flashbanger. They had a Sigma. Sigma's not going to be with the ball. So the ball's free for you to throw flashbangs at and stuff like that. So I feel like that was the big mistake. They were letting the ball do what he needed to do, which allowed the Pharah to do everything she was doing.
Absolutely. And Ilios is a really good case study here. I mean, we looked at it, we saw the 2 maps that we played on. We saw how well going into this that Vespa just did. Do you think they're going to be able to maintain this momentum going into the next map, whatever it may be?
I mean, I don't see why not. But again, if it looks like the next map is going to be Kings Row, no surprise there from the Badgers. I would be choosing a map that's full brawl because that's what they've been so good at this whole season. They've just been a crazy brawl team, and I'd be trying to force it all I can.
Absolutely. So Kings Row is going to be very interesting here. It does have some. I could see a Pharah coming out on the side of Vespa again.
Definitely.
Maybe keep doing that pharmacy combo. If it works, why change it, right? It seemed like they were able to do it really well. It seemed like what they were able to do there was working really well. So maybe a little bit of what we were talking about, a little mix up here going on the side of AC Badgers needs to happen in order to take down that, and a little bit maybe more team cohesion there.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just feel like ball is not that great on Kings Row. I mean, you can run it. It tends to be better with the ball diva, but just because it's not like there's a whole lot of room for ball to work with. It's a lot of straight lines and straight corridors. So I definitely think the brawl is going to be forced here, and it looks like both teams are going to be playing brawl here. Well, we're not sure with Badgers, but that most likely they will. They do love this Bastion teleporting onto the top of the statue strat, which it looks like they're going to be running here.
Indeed so, and looking over at Vespa Hokies, they're playing a little bit more, like you said, a little bit more of a brawly composition, so we'll see how well they're able to hold up to the onslaught that Badgers is going to be bringing onto them and how well they're going to be able to handle that. We might, a little statue action happening up there with the Badgers going to rain down absolute chaos on them.
Yeah, it's curious. I've seen this happen with them twice with Badgers. One time, completely worked. They got on top and just wiped the team. Second time, the other team was ready for it, but they were able to rotate the Bastion onto the point and made that work.
Beautifully done with the May wall right there from Molly, allowing Mandura to do what they need to do in order to take out Cartier Sky and defang that Bastion composition right here. That's going to be a big problem for Badgers. Mandura showing some really good work on the Cassidy right now, taking down Dallas Stone, and that's gonna put Badgers in a really awkward position. They've lost one of their DPS, and you can actually see right now that Cartier Sky has gone off, switched off of the Bastion over onto Cassidy.
Look at that. 3 picks there for the bat. 4 picks. Vibes on the Symmetra. Insane.
Absolutely insane. Never mind, I take it back. Vibes just blasting them down with a laser beam right here, showing the May, listen, you may be in an icicle, but I've got a laser beam that's going to pick you right off.
This has been the bread and butter for Badgers all season. They love this Symmetra Cassidy combination. Sometimes they like to mix it up with a Soldier or a Doomfist, but this is their bread and butter. And then they obviously optional with the Sigma, as Cartier Sky is going to go down there to Pab, unfortunately.
Absolutely, and Vespa, though, putting up some really good defenses here right now. Pab swinging that hammer around, showing some Reinhardt dominance and pushing them off onto the payload. This is going to put AC Badgers back into the spawn point. They're pushing really far up here, though, wanting to make sure that they can't get onto that payload. They're going to go ahead and retreat back here, though, and hold that checkpoint. Hold that choke point, sorry.
Yeah, definitely. And this Maid Blizzard's going to be big here. They don't have a diva for anyone to eat it. I mean, technically, Ryan's going to get walled there. Very good wall there from the May.
It was an absolutely amazing wall. We're seeing Mandura use their ultimate, not able to find anything there. However, Molly and Flies, Molly Finley is using their amazing Blizzard, though. Help them out big time there, and they are doing some absolutely amazing wall techniques. It's going to put Sigma in a really awkward position, and it's going to stagger them out there as VESPA Hokies once again just goes back to that safe place, goes back to that choke point, and it's working out really well for them so far as they hold on to 3, almost 4 ultimates.
Yeah, Molly's doing an incredible job with the walls. The only thing I didn't like about that, I normally don't like comboing 2 DPS ultimates like that. Especially when you're using Blizzard. Blizzard will just win you a fight just by itself, and the Blizzard had gotten like 3 kills on its own. So I didn't like that to use High Noon there. Outside of that, Hokies looking flawless right now.
Absolutely, and there it is. The Sigma ult comes out. Molly, though, takes down Vibes before anything happens. Unfortunately, that Sigma ult was not able to find anybody, and Vespa is just putting out the big picks onto Badgers, and there it is, another self-destruct kill. It's just coming out really hard here. Badgers, they're struggling to push Vespa off this payload.
Yeah, it's incredible. Again, Vespa's just holding strong. Incredible work from Chalk here on the Baptiste. Got his window ready for next fight. But Badgers are going to get 2 picks. This might be what they've been looking for.
Indeed so, and there's 2 big picks on the Reinhardt and on May. Indeed so. This is what's going to allow them to push forward and push all the way up to the checkpoint, try and push them off, try to get any picks here that they can in order to stagger out Vespa. And you're just seeing it right now. You can see that Cartier and you can see that Gabe are just up there trying to do whatever they can, trying to stall them out so that way they can push the payload as far as they can here.
Yeah, they do have this wall here with a flux, so you can really use this wall to block off the team and give the Sigma pretty much a free flux here. But, oh, Ryan's gonna go down!
Ooh, unfortunate Earth Shatter right there manages to be nullified by the Symmetra shield. Gabe, though, coming in hot with that beautiful Sigma play right there. Fast Hanley manages to take down 2 people, but AC Badgers is coming hard, and this is going to allow them to get to the first checkpoint.
Wow, Gabe carried that fight. That was incredible. Badgers had lost that fight there. Ryan went down early. Gabe proceeded to get 4 kills and got them the point there. You know, just putting on a clinic on Sigma.
Absolutely. Still, great job by Vespa on holding on to that point. Great job by AC managing to make it there. Blizzard comes out on the field. It looks like he's going to get a few good people there, but not before Fast Stanley's self-destruct is going to go out there. Fast Stanley, sorry. It is going to be absolutely crazy gameplay. Cartier is just putting out the DPS right now, too, trying to do whatever they can. We're seeing Caesar rolling all over the place as a beautiful Earth Shatter coming out from Dallas Zone, though. Managing to take out 2 people, taking out 2 big picks there, but Boblin gets a nice boop onto Dallas Zone, making them fall to their death, and that is going to allow AC Badgers here to continue their reign and pushing that payload forward all the way to the end. And this might be just enough what they need to disrupt Vespa to go all the way.
And look at that, Gabe and Vibes already back on that combo that they used last point. Already pretty much farmed it up. Just Flux is going to be big here, so we're going to see it used immediately.
Absolutely, they are out. They want to win this. They want this to go down as quickly as possible. But Fat Stanley takes down Dallas Stone. This is going to be really hard for AC Badgers. A beautiful boot coming out from Pab, bringing down Gabe onto their death. And this is actually going to allow VESPA Hoke. I mean, look at that. They are pushing off AC Badgers right there at the end. And with very good coordination on their end to be able to just survive.
Yeah, they do have a good 2 minutes still on the clock here with a blizzard coming up with a wall. So they can pop the wall to protect themselves and throw a blizzard in there. And I think that can get them this point here with a window to combo.
Absolutely. We're seeing the symmetric portal going up there. The entire team of AC Badgers scared poor Molly off the top there. Cardio Sky, though, does go off. Boblin falling to their death. That's going to be a really poor for Vespa there. And it's going to allow, actually, I take that back. Fat Stanley, Choco Dog, and Mandura doing a lot of work there. Self-destruct comes out. Going to put poor Dallas Stone out of commission right there. And once again, Vespa just pushing AC Badgers continuously off that payload.
That's unfortunate there that Cartier Sky used the blizzard there, because Molly's blizzard got so much value, and so it really stopped them in their tracks there. And blizzard was going to be a big win condition they had there, but now all they really have to work with now is the symmetrical wall and a beat drop here. So 2 defensive ults. So let's see what they can do with it here.
Indeed so, against Vespa's 4 ultimates that they currently have, and there it is. The shield comes out from both of the Symmetrics. We're seeing Mandura right now, a beautiful blizzard coming out, doing a lot there, making things happen. Molly taking down Vibes, and it's just right now all over the place. Pab takes down Dallas Stone, and there it is. Badgers, once again, they're just getting defanged here. Mandura taking out, using that turret to great effect, taking out 2 people there, and Fat Stanley is going to take down Magia as well. And look at that, we have a little bit of BM staggering out poor Gabe, so that way they can't do anything, but not before they get the kill, the mech recall kill onto Boblin.
Yeah, incredible, as the Badgers are coming up on a Diva Bomb here and a Blizzard with a window, but Vespa's got a Shatter window bomb to work with here, so it's really going to come down to who can get more value out of these ultimates here.
Indeed, so this is it though. They have 20 seconds, the Badgers do. This is the last team fight. They need to make something happen here. Gabe wants to get rid of that teleporter, so that way the Hokies cannot get up on top of there. Self-destruct comes out along with the blizzard. Is anything going to be possible? Yes, Gabe does take down Choco Dog. That is a huge pick on the side of AC Badgers. Can they continue this though? No, they might possibly not be able to. Mandura takes out Maji. That's going to be really bad for the Badgers. And unfortunately, Dallas Stone had to charge in there to get out of the blizzard, but that is going to be very bad for them as well. They've lost one of their tanks. Fat Stanley takes down the Lucio, takes down Caesar, and it's just going to be an absolute brawl right now on this point. No more time left on the clock. We are in overtime now.
The Roadhog's going to come out, hook the Bastion, and get the kill on him, and it's all but not for Vespa. They're going to be able to hold them cold here.
Indeed, so Vespa, you can see the monkey coming out, desperation, trying to do whatever they can. Choco Dog bringing out the DPS Baptiste, and there you have it, Vespa Hokies holding that point.
Yeah, I mean, it was an incredible job there from Vespa. I mean, great job from Badgers. They almost completed that. So I'll be curious to see how they're going to bode well on this defense. Because, again, that last point of King's Row can be tough because you pretty much have to team wipe if you want to take it. And they just weren't able to do that. They were able to get a couple picks here and there, but they kept trading out. And that's just not to your advantage there, especially as you get closer to the end on the hybrid maps here.
I agree, and it was just really good ultimate usage on the side of Vespa as well, being able to split off the team of AC Badgers. I mean, we saw it a couple of times there, especially at the end. We saw Diva Ultimate go out onto the payload that forced, we also saw a Blizzard go out there as well, forced Ryan to push forward. It was just a little bit out there by themselves, and it kind of hurt a bit for them, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, so we're going to see Vibes coming out on the Hanzo. I've seen some incredible plays from Vibes, specifically on this map, specifically on the Hanzo. I'm very intrigued. And it looks like Vespa is going to go with the Symmetric composition, but they're going to play a Cassidy with it. But Cartier Sky is going to have this May. If he can get some good walls, they have a shot here to even hold first point if they want to.
Absolutely, and we see Pab make a quick switch off the Diva over to Reinhardt, probably try to get a little bit more push potential there, so that way they can push through and be able to make something happen. It was like you said, though, you know, Cardio Sky is on Mace. get good walls, something might be able to happen there.
Curious to see. Oh, looks like they're going to go to the top of the statue. Just put Sigma up there. Interesting.
Yeah. Sigma just raining down terror, throwing down balls and giant rocks. And there we have it. VESPA with a beautiful pick over onto Molly. This is going to be really rough for VESPA. They've lost one of their DPS already. Might have to just rework and come back and think about that a little bit more. Just a lot of damage going out right now, though. Gabe manages to take out Fat Stanley. Sigma on Sigma hate, and there it is. Pushing forward. AC Badgers pushing VESPA back into their spawn.
They did get Gabe there on the Sigma, so AC Badgers are going to have to play a little bit safe while they wait for Gabe, as they're going to put the wall there to buy themselves some more time, too.
Good idea on their part, because I mean, that went by pretty quickly, too. And we're seeing actually the pharmacy combo coming out again. We saw how well VESPA Hokies was able to use that on the last map on Ilio. So let's see if they can continue to do that here. I mean, the AC Badgers doesn't really have anything to deal with it right now. Hanzo, vibes on Hanzo might be able to do something, but we're seeing right now, it's just the absolute reign of terror. We did hear an Earthshatter go up, was not able to get anybody there. I don't think an Immortality Field goes down for Badgers as well, keeping everybody alive, trying to just keep things going. And you can see AC Badgers are just breaking off, trying to stay safe from the pharmacy rain down of doom. And there it is. Window comes out onto the field, but a beautiful dragon gonna force AC Badgers to move around a little bit there.
Wow, incredible. Even the barrage was used there from Molly, but Gabe on the Sigma ate it. Incredible job there, as the Badgers are going to continue to hold strong here. Again, they're going to go to the ball Sig VESPA. They can't handle this brawl of the Badgers.
Absolutely not. And good on the Badgers right now for how well they are able to hold this. Cartier Sky on that Mei has just proven how well they are able to do this. They have a Blizzard, and they also have Sigma's Ultimate. So let's see what they're going to be able to do with this and how they're going to be able to handle this. We're already seeing a little bit of a brawl breakout between the two Sigmas. Looking up there over on the top. Caesar takes down Ball. Magia on the Baptiste takes down Molly. This is not working out as well for them as it did on Ilios. And once again, Badgers is just going to push VESPA back with this amazing brawl defense.
Yeah, just incredibly here from the Badgers. They got the Blizzard here for this fight. They got a window to work with, and they're coming up on a Dragons. VESPA's looking at Valkyrie and Noon. So I do think the Badgers have the advantage to continue to hold here, as we're about 2 fights away here from the time running out.
Ooh, Fat Stanley taking a lot of damage there, just barely almost going down. And Molly goes down from Cartier Sky. The Mei is out for vengeance now, not letting anybody stop them. Ball comes down, tries to, a beautiful high noon from Mandura, though, taking out 2 big picks. This might be what the Badgers need, or what VESPA needs, but I take it back. Badgers is gonna hold on. They're not gonna let that stop them. Vibes coming out with the Hanzo plays, going absolutely fantastically. Fat Stanley, though, on that Sigma, taking down 2 plays. This might be just what they need VESPA. I mean, Badgers are down a couple of people, and it's gonna be really tough, but Vibes is holding this point along with the other members of Badgers. Can they do it here?
Yeah, I mean, incredible. What did I tell you about Vibes, man? The Pharah ult, he had his storm arrows ready, completely caught the Pharah off guard. But Cartier Sky's gonna go down on the Mei. That's huge.
Ooh, 2 big picks on the side of VESPA. Another third one. Molly is making it happen. Beat comes out to try and keep whatever they can of the Badgers alive. Vibes takes down Molly, and it is just big. They need to make it happen, though. VESPA, we are in overtime now. The Sigma ult comes out from Fat Stanley, and this is indeed what they are going to be needing. Cartier switches over to the Tracer to try and hold that point, but I think this is going to be going to the VESPA. I think they are actually going to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, but again, it's going to be a long road here, man. They have to get all the way to basically the end of 3rd point here, and I mean, I think it's going to be even tougher for this Ball Sig coming into the streets phase here.
I agree. There's not much maneuverability. It's going to be a little bit difficult, especially with what, I mean, the AC Badgers have been working with this entire time. Molly, though, taking a big pick on the Caesar, already down to Lucio. Pab takes down Magia, and Fat Stanley pushes big DPS right now. Big says, you know what, I don't want to be a tank anymore. I want a DPS. Takes down 2 members of the AC Badgers. Molly takes down Vibes, but not before Cartier Sky on the Cassidy says, I need to take you out of the air and clip your wings real quick.
But the pharmacy has been taken out, so I don't think we're going to be able to apply that much pressure as the Hokies are swapping over to the May. Um, Very interesting. I guess they're realizing the fair is not going to work anymore. That the fair has pretty much been in check pretty good so far by the Badgers.
Indeed so, and I mean, they're making really good progress on this payload right now. It's kind of a little bit of a reversal of what happened in the last match, in the last round, where the AC Badgers had difficulty pushing forward in this specific part, but the Vespa Hokies, they're just pushing hard here. High Noon tries to come out, but does not able to find anything. The Immortality Field comes down, manages to protect everybody, and Cardio Sky takes down Mandura, but Pab takes down Magia. So we're at a 1-to-1 pickoff here. Beautiful wall and a beautiful dragon comes out. Vibes takes down Molly there. This is gonna be very big pain. This is gonna force the Vespa to pull back here, especially as the tanks were really low on their health.
Yeah, that was a huge dragons there from Vibes. Just got the pick on the May and got those tanks low because the May drops, maybe you can keep pushing. But when the tanks get that low, like you said, you got to completely back out there. So incredible dragons there from Vibes.
Absolutely, we're seeing some really good gameplay on that Hanzo. Nothing makes me happier than a good Hanzo gameplay. Fab pile drives down to the ground in the middle of the team, trying to do whatever they can to make something happen here. I mean, Vespa has 30 seconds. Unfortunately, Molly goes down by the hands of Cartier's Cassidy, and they are just going in hard, putting the big damage, working with Gabe, who used their Sigma ultimate to great effect, taking down Fat Stanley and Pap. Vespa, they have one more fight here. They need to get to the payload fast as well, if they can.
They do have Flux and Mines to work with here, but Cartier Sky's got this High Noon, and they have the window beat here. So I do think it's going to be Badger's favor here, but you never know as the Mines are going to get dropped on point.
Absolutely, and you see the wall coming out, trying to do whatever they can, but Cardio with a beautiful High Noon manages to take down two people with the help of Dallas Stone, and Dallas Stone gets a beautiful charge, taking out two of the Badgers tanks. So Vespa not going down without a fight here, doing whatever they can.
Yeah, incredible. And the spawns are going to slightly favor the Badgers here as beat drop's going to get used.
Oh my goodness, are they going to be able to make it? We're in overtime. The clock is going down fast. Cartier on the tracer trying to get back as fast as they can. Oh, but there it is. There it is. AC Badgers taking Kings Row.
Wow, just this, I knew we were going to be in for a banger, but man, this has been insane as we're going to see Vibes. What did I say about my boy Vibes?
Look at this play of the game right here. I mean, oh my God, beautiful picks, one after the other, just going absolute chaos on Hanzo. That was beautifully done.
Yeah, an incredible one. Before we talk more about that map, before we head to a break, I will give you guys the update. We do have one team who is on their way to the finals. Plateville pulled up that upset. They beat Towson, one of the favorites, and they're on their way to the championship to face the winner here.
Ooh, that's exciting. Look at that. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So now we're sitting at a 1-to-1 between the Badgers and between the Hokies. This is going to be, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we could be going the full distance to 5. Even that last semifinals match, Plateville won 3-2, so it went to 5. So just crazy games and just great competition here between these teams. But yeah, nice comeback here from the Badgers.
Agreed, absolutely. And it was just really well played. I think, they both teams just had really good synergy with each other, and the Badgers managed to come back after that Ilios map, and they were out for blood and they wanted it and they got it.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see, like, maybe they were taking this team lightly, a little cocky, like, oh, we're undefeated, we haven't lost yet. And then when they take that loss, they're like, oh, crap, okay, let's get serious now. I don't know. We'll see as we come into the next maps. But with that, we are going to take a quick break before we get into the next map, which would be 2CP. So we'll be right back with you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back, everyone, to this banger of a match we've had so far between the AC Badgers and the Vespa Hokies. It is 1-1. But again, let's go ahead and pull up that bracket after I made that announcement for the winner, as Plateville is going to take that victory over Towson in a 3-2 fashion. Plateville was a great team. They only had one loss, I believe, on the season, but Towson had just been so dominant this season, also only losing once, which was to the Badgers. But incredible there from Plateville. They will face the winner of this matchup, and it's been a great one so far.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, they're currently 1-1 against each other, and this has just been an insane showing of skill on both sides. I mean, we've seen some amazing pharmacy, we've seen some amazing ball gameplay, we've seen some amazing Hanzo, and I've been so entertained watching these two teams go against each other.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And we do have the next map pick, and we are going to Volskaya.
Ooh, now that's an interesting choice, Try Hard Ray. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see the Volskaya coming out.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, it was, I believe it's Vespa's pick, And I mean, it does lend itself to play the ball if you want. The ball sig is definitely a viable comp on this map. So, I mean, but again, Rush can also be played on this map. So it's probably going to come down to who can play their bread and butter better.
I agree. And I mean, we've seen just how much Vespa loves that pharmacy, how much they love that ball. And so whatever gives them that little opportunity to be able to use that, whatever map allows them to be able to use that to great effect. And I mean, that's what allowed them to be able to take that payload, that first checkpoint on King's Row in order to get the payload. And I mean, and it's what won them Ilios as well. Still, though, we got to give it to the Badgers. We got to give it to AC Badgers. They've just shown pretty good raw skill as well, especially on some of the hit scan heroes. And I mean, we saw it with the Hanzo gameplay. I mean, let's be real there.
Yeah, incredible. And I think Dalla on the Reinhardt has been a quiet, like big contributor, especially on Kings. Had some big shatters, was getting the better of the main tank battle on that map. So just shout outs to Dalla for sure on that Reinhardt.
Absolutely. And it was like you said, the tanks were also showing some really good gameplay, especially Gabe to me on the Sigma was just absolutely amazing. And here we are, we're taking a look at the beautiful skyline of Russia and Volskaya Industries. How amazing is that beautiful Zarya right there? I'm excited. I can't wait to see this composition right here.
Yeah, just breathe it in, take a nice view of it while you can, because we're not going to be having 2CP competitively like this for once the Overwatch 2 comes out. So going to be great to have these last few games where I'm casting on 2CP.
I know. I was like, we got to have it happen at least a couple more times, right? And can I just say something real quick? Vibes on the Torbjorn.
Yeah,
love it.
very interesting. They're going Torb Widow. Very interesting here. As looks like Vespa's going to play. Okay, I'm very curious what their actual composition is going to be here because Orisa, Winston kind of weird. Okay, looks like they're going full dive here, but they're going to play a Cassidy with it. Kind of interesting.
And yeah, kind of interesting indeed. Maybe just something a little to provide some brawl maybe onto the Badgers. I don't know, but you can definitely tell that Cartier Sky is going onto the Widowmaker to try and clip the wings of the pharmacy. We'll see how well that works out for them. But of course, there's also the vibes on the Torbjorn. That Torb turret is going to prove to be quite a nuisance for pharmacy here, and indeed so. You're looking at it right now. Molly probably going to try and go around, maybe see if they can do anything with a boop, and there it is. Ryan Dallas goes down on the Reinhardt, gone away from the team, and we are seeing just the point is already being captured with very little people to contest, and there it is. Cartier Sky takes down Molly. Fat Stanley putting the pressure over onto the AC Badgers with the Devo. Still though, there goes the Mercy, and the pharmacy is down now.
Yeah, again, I'd mentioned vibes on the Hanzo this map. Cartier Sky is an incredible Widow player, as we saw him just demolish that pharmacy single-handedly there. So continue to watch him on here. And again, like you said, this turret's quietly putting in a lot of work. It's not allowing Farah to take the angle she wants to take.
Absolutely. Listen, AC Badgers, they've learned their lesson and they know what Vespa loves. But you can actually see they're taking a behind angle. They're going behind them, trying to push them off of that high ground. Immortality Field comes out, gets taken down almost immediately, but there it is. Cartier Sky takes down Molly. You can tell that Cartier's one job is to make sure that pharmacy is not able to do anything there. And a beautiful pick onto Pap as well. Just Cartier Sky putting in the work with the Widowmaker right now, getting a beautiful pick. Beautiful couple of picks there, but Molly takes out Magia. Did not before. Cartier Sky gets a trade-off there onto Mandura, and this is going to put Vespa in a little bit of a tricky position here, though. AC Badgers is going to be feeling the pressure finally now from Molly, who's able to do what they need to do. I mean, they've lost both of the DPS, so this allows Molly to do what they do best, and that is rain terror from the skies.
I'm going to be curious to see if they're going to try and contest here. It looks like the Sigma definitely is. I'm not sure why you would do that. You're just giving them free ult charge. But yeah, it looks like they're going to cap here with lots of ultimates to work with. They're going to be coming up on 6 ultimates to attack here as Cartier Sky is heading over to the Ash.
Absolutely, and we're looking at AC Badgers though. They're about to have 3, almost 4 ultimates for themselves to use here to try and hold this point. But if Vespa plays this correctly, they could just go right on to this B checkpoint and just immediately take it, but not before they take massive damage from Guardian Sky's Ash right there. And you can tell that Guardian is just playing as well as they can. Gabe's ultimate takes down Choco Dog, gonna defang Vespa almost immediately. And you're taking a look at Mandura, who is literally almost out of there, manages to get all the way back up. And they're just gonna go ahead, back off here. Vespa, knowing that they need to push together as a team, and they're gonna go in with 6 ultimates.
Yeah, Gabe did a nice job there, picked his target wisely with his flux, took out the Ana. You can't push in this dive competition without your Ana. You need your nano to nano your Winston into these fights.
Indeed so, and we see it right there. Pap goes immediately, takes down Caesar, and that's going to be a big pick for Vespa here. They're going to be able to push in. Another big pick, Fat Stanley, and Mandura taking down Vibes, but Cardia Sky takes down Mandura. This is going to be absolutely big here. Big couple of picks that they need. Ultimates are not being used carelessly here either. Fat Stanley gets a big self-destruct kill on the Cardia Sky. Molly takes down 2 people, and the revive comes out from Boblin, and we're seeing just really good usage of ultimates here. They are not being careless with it right now.
Oh, definitely not. They are doing a great job, but these recontests should be coming in here. It is 2 CP, so they're going to have close respawn as we're going to get the Tracer and the Moira and the ball here on the point with the beat.
Indeed so, Mandura so low on health and gets taken out by Cardius, guys. Amazing Tracer gameplay, and we're seeing Vibes on the Soldier, but gets taken out themselves by the hands of Fat Stanley. Cardius Sky putting in some big damage, and they're going to be holding to this point right now. AC Badgers actually manages to push Vespa off. Not before they get 2 chevrons, though, and almost so very close to finishing it off.
Yeah, 92% there as the Badgers are on Winston Ball. I'm going to be very curious. Looks like the ball's going to come back and switch here to Diva. Looks like they're going to go dive here as well, but they're going to have the Tracer Soldier. I mean, it's interesting because they're both running dive with a dive DPS, Pharah, or Tracer, but they're both also running hit scans to go with it. I guess it makes sense for what Badger was trying to deal with the Pharah.
That was a beautiful flashbang on the side of Mandura there. Cardius Guy had to use a recall, and they had to flash out immediately, but I mean, they get tracked down almost immediately by Mandura, who takes them out. Vibes, 1 goal now is to make sure that Pharmacy does not rain absolute chaos down upon them, but still gets taken out by Pabs Winston. And listen, Vespa came back. They didn't have very many ultimates to work with there, but they're making it happen. Valkyrie is now popped as well. Mandura takes out Cardius Guy once again, and a beautiful high noon takes out 2 people, and there it is. They managed to take round 1.
Yeah, with 145. Yeah, with 145 on the clock, they have a nice time bank. I mean, you know, normally 2CP can be a big snowball. It obviously wasn't there. AC Badgers did a good job at defending second point for a decent amount of time, but 2 minutes or 145 on the clock is still good. Badgers are going to have to come with a good attack here if they want to compete.
I agree. I mean, it was. I want to give it to the Cassidy. I want to give it to Mandura though. They were doing some really, really good work on that Cassidy. I thought it was a really weird choice for what they were running with that composition, but it turned out to work out really well for them here in this situation. And we saw some really good flashbangs, and we saw some really good usage of their high noons as well. And it was just amazingly well done on the Cassidy. And then also same to Cardio Sky on the Widowmaker, who was just managing to, you know, clip the wings of the Pharmacy a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to be curious here to see what Vespa was going to do defensively. Looks like they do want to play the Pharah defensively, and they're going to go with their ball sig composition they love so much. But the Badgers going with the Symmetra Rhine Sig Genji.
Oh, the Genji. I actually like the Genji. That's it's gonna be an interesting choice though for what they know that Vespa is most likely gonna go with. Do you think we might see them go around, maybe take the back weight through with Vibes, maybe?
Maybe. Generally what I've seen on this map, if you do Symmetra, you just teleport onto that shed right there on the high ground. But I mean, we'll see. Anything goes with Badgers when it comes to their Symmetra plays.
Absolutely, and I think you might be correct on that. It looks like they're going to be taking that shed route here, but not before Pab does some big disruptions onto their backline, going in hard. Cardier Sky, though, takes down Molly, and Mandura takes down Vibes. Beautiful work on both sides. You don't expect the Genji on the ground when you're the Pharah. That's all I gotta say. So though, this is gonna push Vespa back into one of the buildings in order to stay safe here, and it's just gonna be raining down chaos. Cartier Sky doing some big work on this Genji right now. Takes down Fat Stanley with a beautiful melee to the face, and Vespa is currently feeling the pressure right now from AC Badgers.
Yeah, definitely. As the symmetrical, as Cartier Sky's gonna get the mercy now. Yeah, this is going to be a point take here for the Badger. I am very impressed with Cartier Sky on the Genji. He gets the Pharah again.
Wow, listen, you didn't expect it. The Genji taking down the Pharah. This is what they needed to run the entire time.
Who would have thought? You know, how do you counter Pharah? Oh, don't worry. Let's just play some Genji. We'll counter it.
They'll never see it coming. They don't expect the Genji on the ground. Still, though, we're taking a look at it right now. Beautiful work. We do see Pabs using their ultimate, putting down some trip mines, taking down a couple of people. But there's the Dragon Blade. Takes down both of Vespa's healer. But AC Badgers, most of their team is down. And unfortunate, I mean, Cartier Sky used that Dragon Blade, took down 2. Still, though, doesn't really do much good when your entire team is not there to back you up.
As they're going to a full swap here, Vibes going on the Tracer and Cartier Sky going on the Echo here. They do have Gabe's Flux to work with here, and they will be coming up on a Shatter Beat here. So they do have some things to work with here, but look at the Hokies. They got the High Noon, they got the Flux, they got the Valkyrie, the Nano, and the Barrage.
Absolutely. So they're going to be doing a strong defense, and there it is. The Sigma ult comes out and slams down on the ground, but a beautiful Immortality Field manages to keep Reinhardt's Dallas Stone alive, and it's just pushing them back. And we're seeing Molly right now using their ultimate and laying down the pressure onto Dallas Stone, and takes down Maji before they go down themselves from Cartier Sky's Echo. But there it is, the easy revive, and AC Badge is gonna have to regroup here. But a beautiful Battle Mercy says, I'm tired of healing, I want death.
Agreed. As it looks like the Badgers are making swaps again. Cartier Sky going off the Echo, going on to the Cassidy. No surprise here with the amount of disruption this ball's been causing. They need a flashbang to deal with him.
Absolutely, and I mean, we've seen how well Cartier Sky is able to work on characters such as Cassidy. So hopefully Molly is gonna have to worry, and so is Boblin. They're gonna have to watch out now. Fat Stanley though putting big pressures, 11 HP, gonna go down from there, and Cartier Sky does indeed manage to take out. I mean, there it is. AC Badgers is getting pick after pick after pick, and we can see a Caesar boom onto Mandura, and a team kill comes out. Listen, AC Badger's gonna have to whip out some really good talent here to be able, and Vespa's gonna have to do something here in order to hold this point. And indeed, there it is. The High Noon comes out trying to zone them here so they can take this point. And we're starting to see a somewhat of a little bit of a repeat. Mandura gets a beautiful High Noon onto Cartier Sky. Pat takes down Magia as well, but not before Gabe comes back on the point, throws down a big fat rock. But Pat doing some big damage right there, taking some really big picks. And once again, Badgers is pushed off. I'm sorry. Yeah, Badgers is pushed off.
Yeah, I mean, again, they got really close, kind of very similar to how Vespa did it. They might be looking at similar time banks if it works out like how it did for Vespa. For Vespa, I think they end up getting it on their next attack. So let's see what the Badgers do here. They do have a Flux coming online here, and I'm sure Vibes can get a Pulse Bomb. It's not hard to farm that on Tracers. So probably looking at 2 ults, as Vespa's only really looking at a Nano here.
Absolutely, and we're seeing it right now. The double barrier is just going up onto the high ground, doing whatever they can. Cartier Sky goes down on the ground, tries to get a cheeky flashbang. Wall does come out, but does not separate anybody here, so that could have been big for them. A double charge right there from the Reinhardts onto each other, but Dallas Zone is going to be the one feeling the pressure from Molly's May right there. Mandura so low, and Cartier Sky is going to take down Molly. I mean, they're down. They're one of their tanks, so this is going to be really difficult for AC Badgers to continue this push, and indeed so. Pab swings that hammer, gets a charge kill on Caesar, and there you have it. Oh, hello.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They swapped to this May. I think it was a good swap here, as it looked like the Diva's going to kill herself to get her mech back. Not going to really matter. She'll be back in time before this fight even breaks out. Looks like we're coming up on Shatter and High Noon and possibly a Window and Beat here. Vespa's just got the Beat and a Shatter and a Bomb and a High Noon. So lots of ultimates here that are going to be flying this fight.
Yeah, we're going to see some absolute chaos. Still, though, AC Badgers has over a minute 30 left on the clock. You're gonna have to do some things here pretty quickly, and there it is. Cartier Sky's High Noon comes out, and once again, a double charge. Those Reinhardts love beating each other's faces in. Choco Dog takes down Dallas Stone, but not before Magia takes down Mandura, and once again, just another couple of big picks coming out from Vespa. Pap slamming down the hammer, putting it down, showing them that, hey, you gotta respect me, and you gotta go. Boblin with the boop on the Cartier Sky, and there it is. Once again, AC Badger's gonna have to reset.
Yeah, definitely. And again, they're going to be looking at their Shatter still. They got their beat, but Vespa's got this Blizzard. I mean, I think Vespa's looking pretty good to hold here, but you never know what could happen. It just takes that one pick to open the floodgates.
Absolutely, and I mean, still though, Vespa, they have 4 ultimates that they can use here to hold on, and 4 really huge, just absolutely amazing ultimates. And there it is, the Earth Shatter comes out, does not find anybody on the side of AC Badgers. However, Vespa's Earth Shatter does manage to get Caesar before Pav slams him into the wall. Choco Dog with a beautiful on a grenade onto them, taking out a couple of big picks there. Vice manages to take down Choco Dog, but it's not gonna do them very much good. Goes ahead, falls off to come back with the team, and there it is, Badgers. And I had to reset, they have one more team fight in them.
Yeah, I mean, even if they get it here, Vespa should get the only attack here. So, I mean, regardless if they drop this here for Vespa, you consider this a win.
Absolutely, and AC Badgers, they've been struggling this entire time. They're gonna have to get on that point quick, but they have to be smart about this as well. Dallas Stone takes so much damage. A nano grenade goes out there, and it is just such a big grenade there. That immortality field could not do much, and there it is, the overtime, the team kill. Vespa taking the win.
Yeah, again, banger of a match here. Vespa's going to take the lead 2-1 on the favored Badgers. Incredible, as we will be heading into a 4th map here, but Vespa, Pab, incredible here on the Rhine and the ball. Did an incredible job.
Absolutely, and I mean, this Reinhardt has just done some absolutely amazing work. There it is right there, the beautiful charge on the Caesar. And then, of course, look at that little bow as well, saying, thank you. I did just save the point.
Definitely. I mean, it was a valiant effort there from the Badgers. They came so close to getting that there with even more time on the clock, but just the nature of 2CP and how fast you can come back and stall points. It just didn't work out for them. I believe they will get the next map choice here, as we will be heading to an escort map. So, I mean, again, escorts are going to work well for ball, generally speaking. But I mean, there are ones that you prefer over others. Like ball's not as good on like not Volsky. We were just on Volsky. Not on Dorado, for example. Ball's not as good on Dorado. A lot of straight lines. But it'll be curious to see what map the Badgers are going to elect to go with, because when they have played Brawl v Brawl, the Badgers have won that. So be curious to see if they're going to pick a more brawly escort map.
Yeah, I personally am feeling a little bit of a Dorado coming out here. I would like to see Dorado. But I've also been seeing a lot of Route 66 being picked lately as well. That's also, in my opinion, really good. Oh, we're actually going to be going to Havana. That's going to be interesting.
Interesting. That's actually a very decent ball map. Very surprised they're going with that. But then again, it is a very good Widow map, and Cartier Sky was crazy on that Widow. So, but this is also a very good Pharah map. So I'm very curious what their thought is going into this map. Maybe they want to hold close defensively and spawn with like the Rhine May Cassidy kind of composition that's so good there. Not sure what they're thinking here.
Yeah, this thought process is going to be really interesting, and what they're going to try to do to, I guess, hold on, because like you said, this is a really good Pharah map. It's also a pretty decent ball map. We have seen Cartier Sky though, and what they're able to do on that Widowmaker, and we've seen just how well they're able to click the heads on pretty much anybody that they come into contact with. So maybe they're just really banking on Cartier Sky's abilities on the Widowmaker. So we'll see, and maybe even could be what you said, just bully them and spawn on defense.
And again, this is match point for Vespa. If they can win this map, they will be heading to the finals to play Plateville. For the Badgers, they need to win this map. And I really think if they can pull this map out for themselves, because we'd be going to control for fifth map, and the only one that's not as good on Brawl is Ilios, and you've already gotten that out of the way. I feel like every control map that's left lends itself to Brawl pretty well.
Indeed so, and look at this composition right here, Tryhard, right? I'm telling you, this is, I mean, are we seeing, once again, a Pharah? What a big surprise there. But AC Badgers, they're going to go with the Soldier Hanzo composition. I take that back. They're going to go ahead and switch over to Ashe.
I'm actually very shocked by this Symmetra of Mandura. I mean, it's just a weird deep. My guess is they're gonna be holding close here, but that's a weird DPS combination to hold close with. Normally you want the Mei to get freezes and walls as they're coming out of spawn, and I don't know. This is weird.
I don't know either, but we're seeing a little bit of flying on top of the roof, so that way they can go ahead, and there it is. The bully comes out almost immediately. Immortality Field has to come out in order to stop the absolute reign of terror. Very interesting usage of that Immortality Field, and we're already going to go ahead and start swinging over at Pab. Cartier Sky unfortunately goes down almost immediately from the reign of Molly. Vibes takes down Pab, though, so that's going to put VESPA in a really awkward position here without their Reinhardt. Fat Stanley is going to have to do some work here, though. Vibes, oh my god! 3 picks coming out from Vibes. Takes out Fast Stanley. Takes down Choco Dog. Molly realizes they got to do something here. But listen, Cartier Sky's Ashe takes out Molly. And then we have a cleanup on the on the Mercy and on the Reinhardt.
My boy Vibes on the Hanzo. Incredible. He's just insane, man, as the Vespa's gonna already swap to this Mei Cassie. I don't know why they weren't running that to hold spawn in the first place.
I don't know either. There was, like you said, it was a very interesting choice on their part, and it's almost immediate danger coming out. The Mei wall also preventing some escape there. However, the Immortality Field managed to keep everyone alive. Oh my goodness! A huge dragon coming out from Vibes, who gets another pick, a 4th pick, a 5th pick with the help of Magia there, and you are just seeing absolute superiority coming out from Vibes with a final pick on Fat Stanley.
Holy crap, dude. Vibes, man. What a vibe. I mean, incredible. 5 picks there as they're going to get close to delivering. This game does get really low there, but they're going to shatter and get the Baptiste.
Indeed so, but there it is. It's like you said, the Shatter gets them. Molly trying to go up with the Mei, do whatever they can, but a nice self-destruct kill onto Boblin. Vibes, though, says, I'm just vibing. I'm going to go ahead and take it down. Molly sees her with a little bit of action onto Mandura as well, and there it is. They listen. AC Badgers gets that first checkpoint.
You have to think, This is incredible, dude. Cartier and Vibes are just having the time of their life here. But you have to question why they haven't been running Vibes on this Hanzo more. Just incredible.
Maybe, listen, you got to ask that question, right? Maybe they just wanted to make this little matchup more exciting. They didn't want to bring out the ringer immediately, and Bob comes out to try and put some disruption on the back line of Vespa here, and indeed it seems like that's indeed going to be working for them. Vibes, though, on fire, manages to force an ice block out of the Mei, forces her into there, but not before the absolute superiority of the Badgers takes down 4 of Vespa, and look at that. Vibes, beautifully done, takes down Molly, takes down Boblin, and Magia takes down Fat Stanley. Once again, listen, Magia, I think, has been doing more DPS and getting more kills than they've been doing healing right now.
That should be a point capture here for AC Badgers. They're going to come in a 3rd point with almost 5 minutes on the clock.
Indeed so, 5 minutes on the clock, and we're seeing it right now. Molly has that Blizzard, manages to get a decent wall off there, does not want to commit just yet, really holding on to that Blizzard, and there it is coming out, but not before Mandura gets a beautiful high noon pick on Demacia and Caesar, so that puts AC Badgers without both of their healers, takes down their tank as well, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter. I mean, Badgers is going to go ahead and just spawn literally right there.
Yeah, that's why I'm questioning that a little bit. Like, committing both Blizzard and High Noon there, especially when spawn's so close. And the Badgers kind of forced you back really quickly. As they're going to get the Baptiste in response too. They're going to get major distance on this cart here.
Indeed so, and looking at it right now, we're seeing the Badgers pushing forward and just continue this absolute streak of bullying poor Vespa right now. And I mean, looking at it here, we have 4 ultimates, 4 high-value ultimates that could be allowing them to make it all the way through. And there it is indeed. So Bob comes out, but Window does come out on the side of Vespa as well as the B. But unfortunately, that Bob is going to be doing big damage there, taking out a lot of Vespa's line there. And you can just see it, absolute destruction raining down. It is now Cartier Sky's turn to put the pressure onto Vespa. And once again, Maja has to get a couple of kills himself before they take down Vespa any further.
Yeah, they should get one final touch here. This guy gets the Tracer. Oh my goodness.
Oh, beautiful! Earthshatter takes down Vespa and allows them to be able to take this point all of the way. Good job to Badgers. Absolute show of force right there.
I actually cannot believe that. They basically took that cart on third point and pushed it without it getting touched by Vespa. Like, what?
I'm telling you, what just happened? I don't know. Like, I blinked.
Like, where was this team on Volskaya?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? I literally blinked, and the payload was all the way there. I'm like, what? Because you saw it. They had the Pharah, they had the pharmacy switched off almost immediately, and I think it was just some really bad ultimate usage there, and just once again, really just dominant showing from AC Badger's DPS line though, and I think that started to really upset Vespa there, who just did not know how to deal with that.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like they have a quick pause, so we're just gonna keep the analysis going. But again, I think this composition's only gonna lend to the Badgers more to hold in spawn. Like, they have been good on the May and the Cassidy between Vibes and Cartier Sky, and that's the best composition to hold on with. And even if you don't want to play just have Cartier Sky play the May and play the Hanzo for Vibes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just insane. I'm sorry, it was just insane. Vibes on that Hanzo was the terror that makes me scared of Hanzo, that keeps me up at night. And whenever I see that Hanzo, that's the Hanzo that needs to be taken down almost immediately. So I think that needs to become the focus here for Vespa, is that Hanzo, is Vibes.
The glasses, because it's a vibe right now.
The glasses, because it's the vibe right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
listen,
I got something to represent Vibes. We got 5-piece here. 5-piece for Vibes.
Unsponsored, by the way, guys. Just want to throw that out there. We are not sponsored by Delicious 5 Gum. But hey, 5 Gum, call us. But yeah, listen, I mean, so we're currently paused right now, though. But what can Vespa do here? I mean, that was just some raw mechanical skill right there, in all honesty.
It's crazy because I don't know why. I mean, the Pharah's been working for them so well. I get wanting to run the Pharah, but I don't think it's as good holding close and spawn like that. I mean, it can work, but with a Symmetra, I didn't really like that. And then from there, I just think, I don't know if they just got boomed or whatever, but as soon as the Badgers got the momentum, they never let it go. They were constantly rotating their ultimates perfectly, and they just never looked back.
Indeed so. But I think we are going to be we're continuing to wait on the players, I believe. Yeah, we're taking a quick little break here.
Yeah, we'll be right back with that action here. Action-packed again. 2-1 Vespa with AC coming back strong on Havana. We'll be right back. And we are back with this matchup between the Badgers and the Vespa. I don't know about you guys, but I need a second to breathe there. This has been just nonstop action, man.
Listen, that's why we had to go to break, is because listen, Try Hard Ray and I, we had to process what just happened, because it was just insane gameplay coming out of that match. And so, man, I don't know if my heart can take another one.
I mean, and with the way it went, we might be going to 5, so you might have to take another one and another one. So
Listen, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Okay, listen. It's gonna be tough, but I think we can do this. I think you and I can do this. Try Hard Ray.
I agree. I agree. As we're just getting the game started up here, and we're going to go straight into the game right now.
Oh, vibes coming out on the Junkrat, putting the Hanzo back on, back on the back burner for right now. And we're seeing Molly on the Hanzo. Ooh.
Very interesting. I'm curious if they want to hold close with this or not, because Ash definitely isn't a character that wants to hold close, but everything else about this comp from the Badgers says I want to hold close. As
Yeah,
you're gonna see Molly on the Hanzo. Can you replicate vibes? I don't know, Molly. You can try.
Listen, Molly, you have my full support here after what just happened with vibes. Let's see it happen. Cartier Sky already getting a couple of dinks on the head, so let's see if they're gonna be able to make it. Dallas Stone taking big pressure on the shield right now, and it's like you said, they're cold and close, but not before Molly D-Mex Gabe out of there and takes down the immortality field. So AC Badgers have already committed a couple of really big picks there. Pab takes down Dallas Stone, and Choco Dog on the Zenyatta putting some big pressure there, but Vespa themselves are going to take some big damage. In fact, Choco Dog really is going to be the DPS Zenyatta here.
Yeah, but interesting, this cart still hasn't been able to move. They have not been able to fully clear the Badgers yet, as it looks like Gabe's going to be the last one on here on the Diva.
Ooh, beautiful pick there from Mandura, and manages to finally push the payload forward. But that hold by Gabe is going to allow Vespa to regroup here. I'm sorry, Badgers to regroup here and to be able to come back and hold that payload, or and be able to defend that payload.
And again, and with the more room they're going to be getting here, like, again, Ash doesn't like playing up close like that. So the way it's going now is only going to favor the Ash a little bit more here, as Dallas Stone does get it really low there.
Indeed so, and we're seeing Majia right now having to throw down the immortality field just to keep people alive. Window does come out on the side of Vespa, but unfortunately not before Vibes takes out Mandura. Still though, a really good pick by Fat Stanley, and Molly showing some work on the Hanzo here. And once again, Choco Dog, surprisingly, once again, getting some really good picks themselves for being a healer. And there it is, Choco Dog hunting down the Diva.
Yeah, I mean, incredible double shield here. He did have to commit the Transcendence there, so that's a big ultimate to get out of the way for the Badgers, and they have Vibes' tire here. He's got to make sure they get that immortality field down.
Indeed so, and they could also commit a Bob here, which is exactly what they're going to be doing. Mandura takes down, uses the Bob to take down the tire, and unfortunately, Vibe's not going to find any use out of that. Fast Stanley takes down Majia as well. Vibe so low, but just barely manages to get out of there. Molly on fire right now and picks off Vibes, says, I'm coming back. You see my Hanzo? Onto your Junkrat, and there it is. Mandura with the cleanup, though, and this is going to allow Vespa to take the first checkpoint.
Yeah, this has been impressive work from Vespa to come back after just getting kind of demolished there on the attack of Badgers. But, I mean, overall, I do think the Badgers had a faster attack. So Vespa's going to have to pick it up here and try and get this cart moving and try and not let the Badgers have some more contested fights here. I think they let the Badgers stay on that close hold for far too long.
Absolutely. So this is just going to continue to be an uphill battle for Vespa, but they're not going to let that stop them right now, as they're going to be pushed off the high ground. A window does come out in a really unfortunate position here. That's not going to allow too much utility on the side of Boblin's team. And there it is. The Sigma ult does come out as well, putting some big damage on there. Molly takes down the Reinhardt, takes down Dallas Stone, but not before Vibes takes out Fat Stanley. Transcendence comes out to keep the team up, and a beautiful dragon right there, but not before the tire takes down two people, and Cartier Sky and Majia do the cleanup here. Listen, the Genji comes back out, and there it is. Pushes Vespa back off. AC Badgers holding on strong.
was just about to say that, and he's already farmed up a blade on the Genji. Cartier Sky just showing how flexible he is on so many different heroes. It's been incredible to watch, and let's see what he can get accomplished with this blade here.
Indeed so, and I mean, looking at it right now, this double barrier is working out really well for them, and Vibes got a huge double kill with that tire, which completely defanged Vespa's push here. And Vespa's gonna go around on the side. Looks like Cartier's trying to play a little bit sneaky here, and indeed so, the blade comes out immediately, focusing, trying to anyways, but Molly with the good pick on the Cartier Sky and just immediately takes out that Dragon Blade. But Vibes and Magia pushing forward and pushing hard on forward with Gabe, who has their ultimate. Does not want to commit it here though immediately. Choco Dog almost going down, but of course they do have the shields. They are going to be able to regenerate that, but still Vespa's push here. They are going to have to reset.
You know, interesting, that Genji blade obviously didn't kill anyone, but it almost kind of got the team distracted. They had to focus down the Genji and allowed the core of Badgers to push the rest of them and get massive damage and then be able to focus them down after that. So, I mean, you didn't get any kills, but you did get some value out of it.
Absolutely, and I mean, at the end of the day, Vespa did have to reset, and they did get pushed off, so sometimes the ultimate doesn't need to require a kill. Sometimes it just needs to be a good distraction. Pab, though, we are on the ball, picks off Vibes, but not before Choco Dog falls under the weight of the Sigma ultimate. We do have Beat going down as well as they push forward. We do see a speed boost pushing force, and once again, Vespa just getting pushed off that payload. They are not able to get on there. They are falling under the dominance of AC Badgers right now.
Cartier Sky already has another blade, but Dallas Stone is going to go down, and the Lucio.
Beautiful couple of picks coming out from Mandura. Pab takes down Cartier Sky as well, and this might be what they finally need. Was in Molly, unafraid of fighting the Sigma 1v1 here as well, forcing Gabe to push back. He had to use a couple of their abilities in order to survive there. You saw the shield have to come out as well, but still though, this is finally going to allow Vespa to push the payload. They are under 1 minute now, so something needs to happen here.
Cartier Sky's gonna take out Mandura. That might be big here for the recontest for the Badgers, as the Nana will get initiated onto Pab and the Mines.
Indeed so, and Molly throws out the dragons, but I don't think they're gonna find too much utility here. Gabe takes down Choco Dog with a little fist to the face. Magia also taking out Boblin. We're seeing a little bit of a duel here between Fat Stanley and Dallas Stone, being supported by, of course, by their healers. And this is once again gonna force Vespa back off. 20 seconds left on the clock.
That's so unfortunate. Think about how costly that fight was. They used Nano, they used Mines, they used Dragons, and still got wiped. With the Badgers having Blade, Tire, Shatter, Flux, Window. Oh man, it is not looking good here for Vespa.
Indeed so, and I mean, listen, they have 1 second on the clock. They are in overtime. Here comes the tire from Vibes to hopefully put an end to this. Fat Stanley does take down Cartier Sky. Molly takes down Vibes, but Vibes manages to take down Boblin. Still though, Vespa, they are not going down without a fight. But unfortunately for them, it is pick after pick after pick for AC Bridges, and they are going to be holding on to that payload, and they are also going to be taking the win.
We're going to 5, baby. We're going to 5. Let's go. I'm all for it. I'm so excited. Nice comeback from the Badgers.
I agree, and look at this. I'm ready for it. Let's see what Vibes is able to do here in this play of the game. Here comes the Dragons going out there. Takes down Molly. Beautiful double kill with that Dragons. Once again, we're saying it right here. There's the pick on the Choco Dog. And then Fat Stanley goes down almost immediately afterwards. It was beautiful plays by Vibes there, and still did a really good job on the jump crowd as well.
Yeah, incredible. It's coming down to this final map, Control. And like we said, Ilios is out of the map pool. So, I mean, I don't know exactly which maps are in the pool, but if you just think about all the controls in general, you have Oasis. Outside City Center, Brawl is really good. You think about Busan, I mean, you can run Brawl on all 3 of those maps. Lijiang, Brawl. Nepal, Brawl. Like,
yeah.
I think definitely the Badgers are going to be favored here. But if I'm Vespa and I'm thinking about this, like let's say Nepal would be one I would think about, because if you can get the inside one, Sanctum, Ball can be very good on that map. Your Ball Sig is a very good composition on that map. or you look at maybe Oasis to run ball compositions on City Center. Those are the two I'd be looking at.
Absolutely try hard, Ray. But listen, I hope you're ready to go to Lijiang Tower because that is our next map that we are going to. So this is going to be incredibly juicy, and I'm ready
This
to see
is
what's going to be happening here.
this is actually one of the best maps from Badgers, man. I don't think I've ever seen them drop Lijiang before. So I'm very perplexed by this because this is just basically telling the Badgers, run your sim rush Rhine compositions that you love to run. We welcome it. Let's see if they can beat them at their own game.
Yeah, and listen, this is it. This is the final game here. Both teams had to be feeling the pressure right now.
We will be going to control center first. I think that's going to help Vespa here. I mean, it looks like they're both going to run sim anyway, but it's a little bit more open. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. I mean, again, you got to favor Badgers coming into control, especially with the rush and how good they are at it, but you never know.
You never know, indeed. And Cartier Sky and Vibes are actually going to be a little bit of a switch up here. Cartier Sky is going to be going on to the Junkrat, probably try and take down any shield composition that's going to be coming up here. But still, though, we're seeing the Diva Reinhardt out there as well. And, of course, the healers are matched up. A beautiful wall out there and a nice charge right there to keep each other alive. And an Immortality Field does go out to try and keep them alive. Both Immortality Fields are out in the field before Caesar takes down Choco Dogs. Vespa, though, they're pushing hard as they can. Wall comes out. Once again, AC Badgers is not on the point currently. Vespa is holding on to the point themselves. Cartier Sky takes down Choco Dog and is going to put Vespa. They've also lost Pab and they've lost Molly. Vespa's push here, Vespa's control, hold of this point is now gone, and this is going to be going to AC Badgers.
That's exactly what the Badgers are waiting for. Vibe gets the mind pick onto the Baptiste. They no longer have their main heals, and you just speed into the team and wipe them. That's exactly what happened, as we already have a window here from Magia.
Indeed so, and they are holding up close to that point. There's the window. Pab just falls under the relentless assault of Badgers, and Cartier Sky takes down Boblin as well. And I mean, geez, Pete. Vespa, are they going to be bullied in their own spawn?
It is possible. What you like to do on this map is always hold this door. You don't want them to get any kind of space here, and they're already coming up on a wall, the wall that's going to get popped right now, and they have a tire coming up here.
Ooh, and there it is. Molly throwing down the Blizzard to try and push AC Badgers off, and it looks like that's actually going to be working out really well for them. Mandura gets a couple of picks, pushing forward with Pab right now. Beautiful picks from Fat Stanley onto the Junkrat also. And listen, we have an Earth Shatter now on Pab, and we also have some Metro Shields as well as Choco Dogs window, and they managed to take the point back, but now before AC Badgers get 53% on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, and even look at the Badgers here. They do use Shatter there, but they're going to get Molly with the tire. That's actually huge, and they demech the Diva.
Indeed so, and I mean, it's just one pick after the other for AC Badgers, and they're going to go ahead. This is going to force Vespa to just go ahead. Go back to point and try and play it safe, but Magia takes on Choco Dog. This is going to be really, really rough for them right here. And I don't know, if I was on the side of Vespa, I wouldn't be committing too many ultimates here. They're going to have to regroup anyways, but Molly takes down Magia. So still though, AC Badger's in a really good place. Self-destruct comes out, and it's just one pick after another. Cartier Sky takes him down, and there it is. Boblin goes down soon there too, and AC Badger's going to reestablish control of this point.
Yeah, definitely. They did get a lot of percentage there. It's only a 10% difference now, and they're going to have to wait for their players to get back as Cartier Sky's going to be careful there. They do have the tire here to use, and they have a window and a wall and coming up on a shatter. And Vespa, again, they did use a lot of ultimates, but they are coming up on that Blizzard, and they have a window as well.
And there it is. The tire comes out. Is going to be able to find anybody. Immortality Field does come out to protect them, but unfortunately, Immortality Field does not protect you from all of the damage that came out. And you can see it right now. AC Badger, just one pick after another onto Vespa, and there it is. A beautiful team kill.
Incredible there from the Badgers. They are just waiting for their opportunity, and as soon as they get it, they're pouncing. As they have a wall to use here, and they have a shatter. Like Vibes is looking to use a wall here. It's going to go up, and they should have a good shatter here from Dow. Oh, not going to get anyone, unfortunately.
Unfortunate, tried to go behind, but it was a really good defense from Pab, managing to stop that, as well as The symmetrical wall coming out too, but still though, that's not gonna do too much for Vespa here as once again,
Vibes on this Symmetra.
AC Badgers taking this first objective here. Holy cow.
We've seen Vibe on this Hanzo. Now we're seeing them on this Symmetra, just putting in massive work here. And just this DPS duo, Vibes and Cartier Sky are doing incredible, not to outshine the rest of the team, because Magi has been incredible on this Baptiste. I've seen him getting the better end of the other Baptiste on the other team. Just doing a great job, always getting windows first, picking off the other Baptiste.
Absolutely. I mean, DPS Baptiste, right? Just basically a soldier, but able to heal you as well. And I mean, but AC Badgers, though, they just showed so much dominance there. Cartier Sky on Doomfist.
Yes, he loves to play Doomfist on this map. This is his Doomfist map. They like to do Sim Doom. And they have match point here. The championship is on the line here for the Badgers. And Vespa's got to get this and stop them from getting the win here.
And there it is, Cartier Sky using that Doomfist to great effect, picking off Molly almost immediately, and it's one after another there, but not before Boblin takes down Dallas Home. But unfortunately, it seems like that is going to be the only pick for Vespa. Oh my gosh! I think we just witnessed a murder. I think we did.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna go to Afara here, and they're gonna go to Balzaria? What is this? Houston Outlaws versus San Francisco Shock? Like, what is this?
Listen, I'm excited. They know what their bread and butter is for Vespa. So listen, they gotta do what they do best, and they gotta make it happen now. And honestly, the Fara is not a bad call here either. Not too much that AC Badgers can do against them. But listen, I've said that before. Cartier Sky takes down Pab with a beautiful fist, throwing him off the edge there. And I'm gonna be honest, listen, I didn't think that Cartier Sky could take down the pharmacy combo on Genji, but proved me wrong there too. So we'll see what happens.
You're not wrong there, but they're doing a good job at trying to stay on point, not letting the Pharah get too much value here. She can't push to point because you have Symmetra turrets that are going to really annoy her. As the Zarya is just wide open here and is going to go down to Magia and the ball.
Ooh, Magia, once again showing that DPS support. I mean, you know, Cartier Sky throws down a face and goes right over to poor Chaco Dog, who thought they were safe, but unfortunately we're not. And it's like you're saying that pharmacy is not getting too much use right now, and it's kind of useless for Vespa at the moment.
As Mandura has already swapped over to the Cassie to try and deal with Cartier Sky. Oh, try you will, but can you succeed?
Listen, the AC Badgers are sitting at 69%. Nice, but I mean, what are we gonna be? Vespa's got to do something here. Molly tried to commit an ultimate, but unfortunately, they killed themselves. They are dead. AC Badgers pushing off Vespa. Once again, it happened so fast, we can't even say too much.
And look at this. Vespa only has a Valkyrie to work with, and the Badgers have a wall, a shatter, a Diva Bomb, and a window, and they're swapping up all Diva. It looks like they're at the end of their rope here. I think Badgers are probably going to be heading to the championship, but you never know.
You never know indeed, but I mean, looking at it right here comes the Symmetra wall. I mean, Vespa's throwing out everything they can onto that point. Here comes the Diva. Oh, the Diva actually got interrupted. A beautiful flashbang there. Managing to stop that. Molly takes out Magia, and Vibes gets the big pick on Choco Dog with a turret, though. Molly trying to go in there, but listen, those Symmetra turrets are literally destroying. And once again, another boop from onto Fat Stanley. And there you have it. AC Badgers takes the big win here on Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, I mean, incredible there from the Badgers. It was a lot tougher than they were hoping, but they get the comeback here when they were down 2-1. They take the next two maps, and they are heading to the championship to face Plateville. Just incredible work from the Badgers. They continue their undefeated season.
And we just saw that play of the game there, Vibes on Symmetra. I'm scared. That's it. I'm scared.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Again, like I said, I'm really surprised about Lijiang being the final map. That is AC Badgers bread and butter, and they proved it. They pretty much dominated the entire time.
And I was like, that final map, it was just, they were gone. It was over. They just could not get on that point. It was insane.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Again, let's go ahead and get to that bracket so we can show you guys the updated bracket. As we will see, grand finals will be at this time next week. Well, not starting at this time, starting at 7 CST next week. It will be AC Badgers versus Platteville for the championship. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a banger of a match.
Absolutely. But still, though, I want to say very good job to Vespa Hokies. I mean, they were not going down without a fight. They forced the fifth match out of AC Badgers. So really good job to both teams. It was amazing skill on display from both of them. And Vespa should be going home very proud of themselves.
I definitely agree with that. And for me, my MVP's got to go to Vibes, man. Whenever
100%.
his whenever his team was down and it looked like things weren't going well, you think back to Kings, Hanzo dominate. You think back to Havana, Hanzo dominates. And then his Symmetra came through big time here on Lijiang.
Absolutely. And oh my gosh. Yeah. Listen, vibes, I'm scared of them now. Listen, you've convinced me. Big respect. Okay. Big respect. But good plays all around from our player, all players. I mean, we saw really good gameplay coming out from Cartier Sky, really good Mandura gameplay as well on their DPS. Gabe was showing some really good tank Sigma. And of course, we saw Magia throwing that Baptiste DPS support was just insane. Insane.
Yeah, incredible. And with that, we're going to wrap up this cast for the day. Been joined here by my man Sam. We'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning into this cast. Again, we'll be back next week to broadcast the grand finals between the AC Badgers and the Platteville Overwatch team. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week. Later, guys.
Later, everybody.